Amongst the chaos and barbarism in Tarkov, certain groups of individuals are quick to capitalize upon the death and destruction around them. And while their motives range from altruism to greed and personal gain, one thing they all share in common is that they maintain a stable connection to the outside world and that they are able to source food, water, weapons, and supplies for anyone who can pay, and sometimes in exchange for getting their hands dirty. These are the stories of the shady men and women who keep Tarkov's machine of death well oiled with the blood of both innocents and the guilty. These are the dealers of Tarkov. Warrant Officer Pavel Yegorovich Romanenko, or Prapor as you may know him, is in charge of a vast network of military supply warehouses within the Norinsk region. During the Cold War with the United States, the former Soviet Union amassed what equates to nearly an infinite supply of weapons, equipment, ammunition, and vehicles. When the Soviet Union fell apart in the early 90s, much of this equipment was mothballed and sent into long-term storage within warehouses just like the ones that Prapor manages. With post-Soviet military leadership being easy to bribe and manipulate, large quantities of cosmoline-soaked weapons have a way of misplacing their inventory lists. When the violence in Tarkov began to escalate, Prapor saw an opportunity to enter the arms trade and make a hefty profit for himself. Initially, during the contract wars days, he supplied bare operatives only, but as time went on and the situation within Tarkov began to grow more and more complex, Prapor found a way that he could make twice as much profit by playing both sides, and so he started to serve the stranded USEC operators as well. When you first meet Prapor, he is hesitant, brief, and untrusting of you. Prapor has seen many faces come and go within Tarkov, and even the most promising fighters have a way of succumbing to the local bands of scavs and raiders. But he is willing to give you a chance, and sends you off to eliminate 5 scavs around the customs area and bring back 2 of their shotguns as proof of your work. If successful, Prapor sends you on more errands to prove yourself. Typically, this involves eliminating groups of scavs in various areas, or picking up and dropping off items, such as a bronze pocket watch he wishes to give back to the son of a fallen friend. With each successful mission, he places more and more trust in you, and begins to call you pet names such as Warrior, Rambo, and the Terror of Tarkov. It isn't long until he gives you some jobs of greater significance that may shed clues of the history of Tarkov. Prapor learns of an underground network under the reserve base that was recently accessed by a group of raiders. While he never confirms them by name, this may have been Glukar and his henchmen. Apparently, the raiders forced local scavs to excavate a pathway to this underground area, and then summarily executed the lot of them. Either way, Prapor's groups of scavs wouldn't go near the place, and it's up to you to find out what's down there and why the raiders want it so bad. Once visiting the underground bunkers, you relay to Prapor that this is an old Soviet-era command bunker that is able to be hermetically sealed in the event of a nuclear war. Not only that, but this tunnel system connects nearly all of the areas of the reserve base, and those in control of it can easily defend the entire reserve area. During his briefings with you, he also says something very curious. Merc, you're just in time. You are exactly who I need. Do you remember that fucking command bunker you found in the reserve base? Long story short, my guys went there, and it turned out to be a nasty place. Built with a high level of protection, filters, generators. All approaches are blocked by extremely strong hermetic locks. Just an underground fortress. But the raiders opened the fucking thing and dug in like Alabama ticks. Now, why would a Russian supply warrant officer be using euphemisms such as dug in like an Alabama tick? This is certainly a southern United States saying. Perhaps Prapor has been in the company of some Westerners for a little too long. As your relationship with Prapor deepens, you start to learn that he has quite the involvement with the local scavs. Not one to let any opportunity go to waste, he will accept payment from you to retrieve your lost gear in the event you are robbed or incapacitated. He calls it insurance. But some have rumored that Prapor forces these same scavs that go collect your stuff to ambush you, to keep you using his services. In addition to this, he also uses scavs as messengers to communicate with other dealers around the Tarkov region, mainly one who goes by the name of Therapist. As your reputation with Prapor grows, he begins to send you on a series of tasks that involve killing large amounts of scavs in very specific ways. Initially, this didn't sound too out of the ordinary as a way of ridding the area of criminal gangs, but as it goes on, it turns out that Prapor has been acting as an intermediary for a mysterious third party. Eventually, you learn that these killings were part of a morbid blood sport, where this clandestine group would bet wagers on how many kills you'd get. Eventually, they begin to refer to themselves as the Masters, and reveal that they intend to create a large-scale gladiatorial sport within Tarkov, using you as a proof of concept. Prapor reveals to you that he's becoming uncomfortable with the relationship he has built with these so-called masters, and that they are becoming concerned about PMCs in the area closing in on them. They direct Prapor to instruct you to start killing PMCs, even your own kind. Eventually, Prapor can't take it anymore, and he cuts off ties with the masters, and rewards you with a valuable secure container for your efforts. Who these people are, and what their true motives are, is unknown, but one suspicious clue may be hidden in the rewards that Prapor passes along to you. Prapor only has access to Soviet and post-Soviet era weapons, armor, and ammunition, but during this time, he rewards you with a fully kitted M4A1 in a SOP mod configuration. Whoever is behind this mysterious blood sport has Western connections, and maybe some of the same ones who had some of their speech mannerisms rub off on Prapor. Prapor seems to recover from his aversion to sending you to do his dirty work, and shifts his focus away from the local scavs to taking out large amounts of PMCs in a variety of ways. It's clear that he's testing you, sizing you up, and preparing himself to make a final determination on whether or not he can trust you before letting you in on the real secrets. Finally, he asks you to reach the absolute highest level of trust with almost all the known dealers in the area before approaching you with a major proposition. Something too important for his normal run-of-the-mill scav messenger. The dealer known as Skier has been working endlessly towards revealing whatever this mysterious blue ice substance is that can be found all over Tarkov. It's everywhere in the chemical factory area and can be found in massive quantities in the customs area, apparently being prepped for shipment before the place had to be abandoned. Skier isn't trying to find out what this stuff is out of the goodness of his heart, of course. It's purely because he knows it can be valuable, and he wishes to line his pockets with the rubles, dollars, euros, yen, or even gold doubloons for all he cares. Prapor is quick to make a move, and requests that you put a tracking beacon on an operational van in the area that contains a shipment of blue ice for an unknown buyer. Prapor knows this buyer, and just like Skier, he doesn't care what their intentions are with the stuff. He just wants a payout. In the future, Prapor may have more to ask of you, but until then, you'd be better off by continuing to make your alliances with other dealers in the region stronger. Once you've proven yourself to Prapor, you'll be a reliable source of comm block weapons and equipment, which will definitely prove useful in Tarkov, given how much ammo is lying around for these types of weapons. Perhaps in the future we'll have more details of Prapor's past, and potentially his future. And when those details emerge, you can rest assured that I'll be here to tell the tale. I hope you guys like this first episode in a series where we'll be covering all of Tarkov's dealers. In this series, I want to focus as much as on their story and background and how their quests and tasks relate to the overall plot in Tarkov. So don't think of this as a kind of a quest guide or anything, but rather as a piece of a larger story. If you're like me, you may have just skipped over reading a lot of this dialogue in your first playthrough, and since a lot of the dealer quests kind of relate to each other at different times during your playthrough, it can be hard to keep the big picture clear, so this series aims to really clarify the story. If you like videos like this, make sure to subscribe to stay up to date on new ones that will be coming soon. And of course, you're welcome to drop by the Twitch stream, a link is in the description. I also wanted to mention that Twitch subscribers get a special role in our Discord, and we always release new videos to them early. So if you're subbed on Twitch, make sure to join our Discord and link your Twitch account to get early access to new videos. Thanks for the support, guys. We'll see you again soon, but until then, I'm Jeff with EUL Gaming. Good luck out there.